Hello everyone, welcome back to the kingdom. I'm King Happy, and today we're doing a bit more work on the Wither farm. Now this is a project that I started last time, and I didn't really think I would need to carry on with it, but I actually found that I was having quite a lot of fun doing it. I don't even know why. I don't normally do too many projects in the Nether, but this has been quite a pleasing thing to do. I think it looks rather nice so far. I've got a lot of work to do for it, and a lot of plans as well. Hello. Skeletons are annoying, because if they shoot my withers when they're nearly dead, then I don't get skulls, which can be annoying. But on the skull front, I've got quite a lot, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with them. I've got 3 in there, and just over here, I've got some more. So I'm not really quite sure how to deal with all the skulls. I may do a live stream and kill them all at once. Maybe if I get to a stack of skulls or something. Junk chest. 22 in there. So at the moment I'm on 25 with the skulls, which is quite a lot. And this farm is ridiculously fast, even after it being in a bad location, all that. Well, the location isn't that bad, as you can see all that lava, but it's not perfect. So today I've been told to slow down. This is why this is my 4th time trying to record this start bit. So what I'm planning to do is, I wanted to do another one here of that. I don't know if I even need another one, but I'm going to start off trying to finish some of this today, and then I've got some other tests to do which are actually really interesting. So, at the moment this is 4 layers. That's a blaze spawner there. I'm not really sure what to do with the blaze spawner. I could turn it into a blaze farm, but then how I designed this farm here is that all the air blocks are not covered. So same way as I did the Enderman farm, to give max spawn efficiency, there's nothing in the way of the spawning pads air blocks, which is good. Having a thing there is not as good, although I don't know. Getting rid of the blaze spawner is quite a big thing. I've got blaze spawner there as well. So what I want to do is make it so that it's a non-automatic farm, suitable for single player. If you had it in multiplayer, then I'd probably make a large automated one or something, but it's just not worth the time here. But what I want to do is, because I've got so much lava around here, it's quite a nice area to have it. If I'm down low, and say if I made a base inside that lava, then not very much stuff on the top would actually spawn. So the stuff that would spawn, most of it should be in there, which would be good. And what I want to do is make like a base underneath that, which is more than 30 blocks away from the bottom pad, so that natural spawns will happen in here, and I can do some AFK stuff here or do some work down here. So what I've planned is that I'm going to make a base underneath, probably in or just on top of the lava, and in there I want to have a self-sustaining food source and sort of workshop area. So I'm going to make a farm down there. I might farm some nether wart, I don't really think I need to, but what I want to do is make a farm for potatoes. And even though you can't use water in the nether anymore, I can use bone meal, and the point would be I get so many bones from these things that I can just straight away grow potatoes and harvest them. So I get self-sustaining potatoes, and then you also drop loads of coal. I've got like 8-10 stacks of coal or something ridiculous so far, so they're rather nice for coal. So then I can bring some furnaces along, cook up my potatoes, and have an unlimited food source, which could be quite cool. Nice thing to have back here. So what I found is that I go through food quite fast. I go through fire protection potions as well a lot at the moment, because I'm out and about all the time and there's blaze everywhere. So the principle is, I don't want to be removing all the spawning spaces around here to make my farm better. I want to do it more of a time efficient way. So at the moment they can spawn anywhere around here that's actually in the original fortress. So if I either remove the fortress area itself or just half slab it over, then when it checks these chunks, they find that the only ones that it can spawn wither skeletons in are the ones in the trap. So it should be that all the wither skeletons that are spawned will be inside the trap. That's what I'm aiming for, because at the moment I'm getting quite a lot out there, out there, out there, even some up there. But I want them all contained in here. It doesn't matter that some pigman things spawn out here. I could always unleash some iron golems or something, although they wouldn't last very long. But if I half slab all this area, then the increased spawns, because it's the fortress now, they have increased spawns for pigmen. I don't know actually increased spawns for pigmen, but then anyway, we have the blaze, the skeletons, and the wither skeletons. If they can't, and the slimes of course, if they can't spawn on the fortress over here, so that's me half slabbing it all out, then they can only spawn inside the trap, which would be better. So what I also want to do is make a sort of a track or a tunnel going towards my other portals, and I'm even thinking of trying to attempt some ghast spawners. I've never even seen anything of that before. I haven't looked, I will be honest, but I might play with that sometime. Not today, but today I want to try and get this farm semi-done and make it look pretty. So I'll be back with you with some progress. Okay, so there's been quite a bit of progress. I've half slabbed the whole of the fortress apart from the bit I want. These pillars underneath this all need to be mined out, and I'll mine off the edge of this, so it'll be a lovely floating area. I think it looks really nice so far. I tested, it's really weird, the blast resistance of sandstone stairs are low enough to be destroyed by ghasts, but half slabs aren't. Half slabs don't get destroyed by ghasts, but then sandstone blocks get destroyed by ghasts, and slabs, as you have 3 blocks for 6 slabs, and a slab is half a block, then how does it make sense that they have more resistance? It's not like they're compacted or anything. But anyway, that's Minecraft logic for you. Let me just put some armor on. As you can see, I've got 27 skulls on me now. It's quite good. And now I've come back here just now. It's working a lot better than I had earlier. Wrong sword on me. I had died quite a few times, I will admit. Especially with all the blazes out there, me just running out of potions and just not picking potions up and things, and then just getting flamed to death mostly, and then withers come and just kill you in 3 hits. So it's nice that I've got them all in here now, and it seems to be quite productive, I will admit. Now I just come back here and there's a 5 or so in 2 layers. Now you're not expecting tons and tons and tons of mobs, seeing as that I haven't really cleared up any of the area of the normal spawn, so all the pigmen and everywhere. So it's nice to have a bunch of them. Nothing on there, and this should be empty as well. Okay, this is empty as well. Now what I want to do, like I said, I'm going to go down now. Get rid of that as well. Slimes. So what I've got to do is go down, and when I'm down, then it will load up less area above. So at the moment it's loading up things that are 128 that way, 128 that way, 128 that way. And seeing as we're only on 53Y, there's quite a lot of stuff up there it's loading up, and that pigment things can spawn in. But if I'm down there, then if we're at 53 now, I can go down maybe near the floor or getting towards that. Then there's a less 50 space above me that can spawn. So in theory, less things could potentially spawn. I don't really know how many spaces there are above me compared to how many in here. So it's just going to be trial and error. I haven't really tested this farm very much, so well, I haven't tested it at all apart from in here. So it's a nice little learning curve, and if it doesn't work so well, it doesn't work so well, so we'll just deal with that. But at the moment it's working pretty well, and it's just like this. So all of this is nice and half slabbed. I even covered up the blaze spawner. I just finally decided to do that because that one was spawning a lot. That one I've left there as well, and that should be deactivated. So it's quite a lot of stuff done already. But now I'm going to mine these pillars out and set up some chains. I'm thinking obsidian around it, and then iron bars coming down. I also need to do it not just for looks, because it will look pretty cool if it goes underneath the lava. Maybe a floating glass box underneath, or iron barred box. Glass doesn't work very well because of the ghasts. I don't really want to risk it being under lava with glass. I don't know if ghasts would track you under lava. I know they swim under lava, but might be risky. I'm going to get rid of these pillars now. I might get rid of them. I'm at least going to do the corners. So I'll put these down, and then I'll see you with a little bit of progress, hopefully, going downwards. It's going to be nice and dodgy. So back in a bit. More with skeletons. Well, this is annoying. As these are all top half slabs, I have to put on a bottom half slab to then be able to put a thing below that. So I think I may need to change the underneath so that the pattern won't be the same underneath there. So I'm going to put sandstone slabs on those bits above, and then try and do another design. So I'll be back with the next one. Okay, so I also thought of something I might as well clear up now. When I said going down will reduce the spawning area, of course it potentially does at the corners, but the nether is only 128 high anyway, so even if you're at 0, the top level should be spawning as well. But what I meant is that if I'm down there, there is a radius where mobs where mobs despawn quickly. If they're outside a certain area of you, they will spawn and then despawn within, it's about 40 seconds I think. It should be the same as the overworld. So that would cycle the mobs, so that if they spawn outside and then despawn, then when the game looks for another mob to spawn, it might be with a skeleton in there. So that's the kind of general aim. It's just doing a little tiny thing. Doesn't take much effort just to go down there, or just even stand at the bottom of the pillar, and if it improves efficiency, then that's great. But I want to make this little base down there as well, just because I think that'd be really cool. And I've started farming some potatoes, and in the nether, when you plant potato, if you update the block next to it, it will pop out without the water. So I have to make a nice crisscross pattern for that. So I'm looking forward to making a nice design for that. But this is what I've come up with at the moment. It's not great, I'll give you that. But I think they might destroy the block in the middle, because that's a solid piece of sandstone, because I wanted the nice flat white bottom, well, yellowy bottom, and the obsidian should be fine though. But I also thinking I could do this over the front of it. I don't know if that's an improvement or not. It would make that block in the middle safer, but I don't know what it looks like from away. I don't know. Well, these sort of things I can change with some feedback. I don't have to do it now, but I'm going to put my fire potion on now, go down, find a place at the bottom, and work out how big I want at the bottom. Probably have the whole bottom bit the same area as this, just for looks. I was even do that, or just make it a sort of smaller area, and like a little box hanging underneath. But I do want to be in the lava, because I got some projects I want to do under there, which would help me being under there already. So, good luck to me. Okay, I may have changed my mind. I was thinking, this looked a bit derpy to me. I didn't really like it. So, I'm thinking of just building a lava pillar. So, where that block will be lava, and that would just come down the middle of a nice chain. I think it could look quite good when the rest of this is all, well, when some of it at least got rid of. Like I said, we can always change it otherwise. But I'm just gonna use up loads and loads and loads of iron now. And some people said, no, why don't you make everything out of iron now? Because I have so much iron apparently. But I did just use up like all my iron building my Enderman farm. So all the iron I'm using now is as I'm getting it from my iron farm. So yeah, I do have to wait to get this iron. So it's not really free iron at the moment. I'm having to wait for it. But I'm gonna get on with this. I'm pretty happy with this though. I don't know what's gonna look like from the outside. Maybe I'll finish this one off, put a stream of lava in, and then have a look. And yeah, I'm gonna carry on now. Okay. The answer of can gas track you when you're under lava is a yes. That's good to know. Okay, get off the stove screen now. Okay, so I've been doing a bit of work, and I've actually put steel bars down to the floor around the outside of this little half slabbed area. So what I want to do is take out all that lava eventually and make a base in there, and then I'll be able to get up and down from that. And there'll also be a nice area to start playing around with some gas spawners. Still don't know if they're possible, I haven't even looked into it, but along there as well I'll make the little walkway or bridge. I started just a little thing to mark out whereabouts I am to go that way, which should be quite nice because I do have to walk rather a long way round to get to here, and there's actually quite a lot of area that I do walk around there, which is only one thick, so I can get rid of a lot of spawning space over there with very little effort at all. So I've got a few more skulls. I'm up to 30 now, which is pretty nice. But what I'm going to do now is remove these two pillars here, and then put lava down these 4 columns, and then I'm going to get back to you. Okay, so the lava's in. I managed to die once coming back up after killing another pillar. I enderpearled through the staircases, and my stuff exploded everywhere from full damage, and a skeleton put it on. But I got it back. It's almost dead anyway. I was more worried about my pick and my sword, but I got it back. And it looks quite good, to be honest. This whole bit at the bottom, I want to make it so that will be completely underneath the lava. That's only there at the moment to stop things spawning. I need to remove all the lava inside of that big box, and then that will become a room on its own. I think it's about... oh, have I got any pearls on me? Yes, I do. Let's go see this. I've got fire protection on still, only just. Here is y equals 32. So that can go down another 30 odd blocks. So that could be a very big room for any sort of hub or testing base or anything like that. So there's plenty of scope for that. Let's put one of these potions on again because it's going to wear out. And I think it looks pretty good. I've only left these side bits on at the moment so I can get to it easier. but there's a lot of things I can do just to improve it really easily. I'm not going to go blowing up everything, of course. It's not the point of the project. It's just to make it so that it's usable. And oh, I missed a bit. Ah, I had to sort that out sometime. For the people that don't know, those actually mark out the old cross sections of the fortress, so that bit there is actually missing still. This lava is still falling down from weeks ago, literally. Anyway, I'm going to go to spawn now, and I've got a couple of things to play around and show you. So I'm going to do a bit of testing to start our spawn farms. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. So now that this is semi-started, we're going to go to spawn. Okay, so we're at spawn, and I wanted to do spawn farms for quite a while, but I haven't really quite worked out which are actually my spawn chunks. I know my spawn's just up there, but down here should still be in spawn area. So we can test that out to begin with by not going that way. I'm just going to jump around, that'd be easier. What I want to do is make a AFK stream into one of these portals. So the native area for the portal is actually up there. So put up a portal up there, then they won't connect to here anymore. If I go through the nether into here, I'll end up there. So I can't really make it that far away from these portals, how they're set up at the moment. But I can make an AFK stream into here, nice and hidden. I've got loads of eggs on me. We're going to start off with the chicken one, because that's the easiest to do. I've got obsidian, I don't really need that actually now. But what I'm going to do now is make a little chicken pen, just a one wide one I guess, and throw some chickens in, and I'm back with you then. Okay, so I made a little pen here, just a very simple one. I'm not bothered about the whole new properties of moving things in glass and all that, going up streams and things, because particles do not bother me in the slightest. So I think a half slab on top will stop them jumping out when they go in. Nope, need a full block. Okay, put a full block in. I've got plenty of eggs from my other AFK stream back at the base for eggs, so it doesn't really concern me at all for wasting any. And I may need to make another one high, but it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to get all these eggs in here, and then I'm going to show you how to set up the ice stream itself. Yep, they're safe in there. And it's pretty simple. I've done it quite a few times already, but this will only work in principle. What I want to have is, if I go through the nether and stand in the nether, I want eggs to come through it naturally, without me loading up any of these chunks at all. So that's the aim. And then I know chickens work. I haven't really quite got around to working out if things like plants grow properly and all that in spawn chunks. I know redstone works in spawn chunks. So I'm going to get these grown. I'm going to wait for a bit, and I'll set up the ice, and I'll be back with you then. Okay, so these are grown up now, and they're starting to produce eggs. So it's good enough for a test. And the skeleton, come on, you gotta die from this, haven't you? Does this actually hurt them? Oh, no death by egg. Oh well. I'll show you quickly the insane pathfinding of baby animals. I'm also going to show you something really cool and creative afterwards as well. So these little babies here, they were trying to get to their mummies. So if these move out the way, or I'd put a block there when they stop moving. I'll kill the skeleton in a sec, don't worry. Put that there, and their pathfinding takes them to their parents, which is a really cool thing to have. So if you do have like a chicken place somewhere, and you want to get more into one area, and you don't want to actually go there yourself, go and ask a couple of chickens, go up, you can make it. Yeah, they get up there in a sec. So now they're spawning eggs, that's good enough. Now we can put in our AFK stream. So basically, if you don't know what that is, it's basically a stream to a portal, and it's AFK. That's all you need to know. So for this we need some ice and some water. I'm just going to make this out of stone. So when you put things into a portal, you don't want to put it in the bottom layer. If you put water into the bottom here, I'm going to turn the sound down because they are rather annoying me. If you put water into the bottom of here, then the portal will get destroyed. If you put water into anywhere apart from the bottom, then the water will just go into it and it won't destroy the portal at all, and it won't affect anything else, so that's a really useful thing to know. So what we can do is put down some blocks here, put down a side. It doesn't have to be pretty, you can make all these big and everything else, but is that actually a supporting one? No, that's okay. So I'm just going to make these along the sides, and more eggs. What I need to do is have a water stream down the back, and that's all you actually need for an AFK stream. But I'm going to set up a slightly faster one. So what I'm going to do is put ice down here. So that ice block there is going to be the water source, and these blocks here are just the ones to speed it up. And I could put one there as well, but it doesn't really need it. So what I'm going to do is break that one without a silk touch. There we are. So those items go through there and go through the portal, like so. And when they do pop through, they go through rather fast because of that ice. And that's what I use for my AFK systems for mob traps and my iron farm as well. And you can just keep adding them onto each other, so you can go infinitely. Oh, that does need to be an ice block actually. Let me just change that. And you can see the water can go into the portal itself. If I remove this bottom bit, then it will break. So I'm just going to put a slab there for a sec and break this out. And with a half slab on top, that just lets you put a water stream on the next block in, and the water just keeps going. That's why it's an infinite way of doing this. But there you are, that should work. So just put another egg in, nice and fast, and that will go through the portal. So go through the portal now, there should be one egg or so. Depends if any more have spawned while I was fixing that. Oh, there's a chicken and a skelly from earlier. Hello Skelly, you're kind of having some trouble. Okay, so we're going to work out which side this is coming through. Oh, I did get an egg there. So I'm going to take off this half slab. Yeah, actually I've got to work out which way they're going to go through. So go back and throw a couple of items through and see which direction they're going to come out of, depending on which way the portal is facing. So if I just throw an egg through and then go look. Now the idea was that if I come through the nether, then they should be coming out infinitely. I've got 10 eggs on me again. I don't know which side they come out of. We'll see in a sec after. Anyway, I'll just get that out and put half step there. So we'll see which side they come out anyway. And in theory, if I wait here a little bit, hopefully some will come through. If not, when I go to my other base, these junctions will be loaded in the spawn. So hopefully some things will come through then. I don't know if being in the nether stops the overworld loading 100%, including the spawn chunks. So that's what I've got to test today. It looks like it might be doing that, but I'll wait for a little bit and then I'll go to the base and see if it changes. Okay, so I've been here for a couple of minutes, maybe a minute or so, and to my surprise, there actually is items there. You see, I've got 10 eggs still, 13 eggs. I killed all little babies, there was no fully grown chickens, so they are coming through the portal. So that proves the concept that spawn farms will work. I need to test them for plants, for mobs, and all sorts of other things like that. If plants and things grow at the spawn area, then you can have an automatic farm, which would then just produce stuff infinitely, completely efficiently, completely free, and you wouldn't even be around it. Maybe one will pop through in a sec. I'm just going to wait for another one to come through just so I can see it. Okay, this is strange. I did wait for a while and nothing came through. I went back through, waited to see if I could make some more grow because they weren't coming through very often anyway. And then came back and waited a bit. Nothing happened. So I don't know how the first 3 came through after I cleared them out. Oh! You just saw that, didn't you? I'm not going crazy. One just came through. Okay, and just now I went to my other base, so then the overworld would then be active, apart from the spawn, or apart from this area if it wasn't a spawn chunk, because my base is about 1,000 blocks away, so that wouldn't load up the spawn chunks. Those spawn chunks would be proved to be loaded up themselves, and I had 7 on me, now I've got, oh, another one just came through. So yes, it's working. This is very good. I did try this out in a test world a little while ago, and I showed some of you guys, but I haven't done this in survival before. This is really cool, and there's only a few chickens behind that. So, that's really cool. See, that works at the moment with chickens. It's the only one I've really tested at the moment. Chickens and redstone works, but as redstone works, if plants grow, then you can set redstone on a timer for every 5 minutes, or every X minutes, and then auto harvest the plant. And if they come through the nether like the same as the chicken eggs, then all is good. So I'm just going to go back to the base now, really quickly, while you're with me, to show that this is actually working how it is. Not that I'm making it up or anything, because it's one of those things that's always a bit concerning. I always get one or two sort of misled comments, it seems. Like my last video, I had someone comment saying something about nice MC edit work. No, what? my friends know I don't even have MC edit. Because they were confused between in the nether where the chunks like suddenly cut off and then start again. As it's been snapshots, and since 1.2.5 snapshots to 1.3, the world generation changed again in the nether, so that's why they suddenly cut off and change. So it's been a couple of seconds out. So the likeliness is that they might have laid an egg in that time on the overworld, while I was in the overworld myself. There should be about 30 chickens there, but I don't know if they grow when you're not there. So is there any here? Oh, yep, there is. I've got 13 on minutes for just one. Oh, yeah. But one is proof of concept. Let's go through now and see how many chickens there are. That's grown chickens, not ungrown chickens, because there's certain things that I don't think update on spawn chunks. See, a lot of them should be babies still. Yeah, I can see babies in there. So it's been longer than 20 minutes really for them to grow to full, and they haven't grown to full yet when I've not been here. So growth is definitely a location for players. Laying eggs isn't. So those will happen whether I'm in the nether or at my base somewhere else without this loaded up. Well, not by me anyway. By the actual game itself, the spawn chunks are loaded. So that's quite cool. And like I said, there isn't too many of them there, but it does come through. So proof of concept, very cool thing. And now I'm going to show you one of the things that I found when I'm do PvP. And after we do PvP, I do quite a lot of PvP actually with the guys, but after PvP matches we either... oh, another came through. I think they started to grow up now, so they're producing more often. Lovely. So after PvP matches we normally go into creative, look around the maps, see what the people were doing, know how we won or lost, and talk about it when we all group together in one call. And I was playing with something, and I didn't know you could do it, and I did find it quite funny, so I'm going to show you that now. And then at the same time I'm going to answer one of the questions I had, so see you in a bit. Okay, so this is a thing with spawning eggs, and I didn't actually know this until recently. Phil pointed this out for me. If you put your middle mouse button on an object in creative, it's a block picker. Now you're probably derp, yep, we all knew that. Well, I don't do too many things in creative, so not all these command prompts and anything else in creative anyway. I'm starting to use them now we're doing PvP games. But if you normally place a cow, no, it's a cow. Place another cow, it's a cow. Kill the cow, because that's what cool people do generally. and I'll show you what I found out. Well, I say found out, I just saw when I was doing things. So you probably have seen this before, but this was new for me. One cow down. If you then right click on that cow itself, it starts making cows underneath it. You see the entity count going up, and then they explode. And the same way as you saw the chickens earlier, all babies that are produced go towards their mother. And that's quite funny. So if you ever want to mess around in creative, you can do this. And this works for villagers. You'll see baby villagers underneath him, and after a little while they explode. Go, 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 go. The instant 50 there, 60 there, 70 there, 80 there, 90 there. And now we're going to have a little bit of fun with that after I show you the other ones. So you can do sheep work as well, and do the same thing, and explode. Pigs, same way again, explode. Mini pigs, and they'll always go after their one mother. If you put another one here, it doesn't work. They don't go after the other one, they only go after the one you did it on originally. So if you want whole herds of animals, that is hilarious. Same with mushrooms. I just find it absolutely hilarious. It even works with cats, but you got to be really careful on that. See, they are. Cats come out. So let's have a little bit of fun. Okay, so I'm ready to play with this. Just a very brief little thing, but I will answer a question that Phil actually posed to me. He said that, well, I thought I'd said it before, but a lot of you know I do. I work full time, and I do this as well. I work a ridiculous amount of hours a week. I work so much that one of my jobs, I've got to take holiday over Christmas so that I can go and work at another job while I'm at home. Yeah, the moment I'm working about 100 hours a week, including time I spend doing videos for this, and this doesn't really earn any money. I still it still costs me more money to upload than I actually make from it, but I enjoy it. So let's have a look at this. Oh, didn't click on it perfectly. This one's coming out now. So I was asked why I skip loads of things out, and as you see, I play. One of these videos might take me 15 hours, might take me 40 hours to film. Normally I just keep filming after I do the previous one. So I've been doing this since I released the last one, and it takes me a long time to do it because I currently live at a rented house, and I live with some not very nice people at the moment, not very savoury people. So a lot of the time I can't film because of the noise they make and what they're doing. So I either have the option to not film it or just stop playing for a while, and I'd rather carry on playing. So that was why. So sometimes if you see some things cut out, then that's the reason. And these entities aren't exploding because they're looking at me. But there you go. Oh, that was so worth it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you've learned a couple of things today. And the things we started today with the AFK streams and all that at Spawn, we'll be developing that a lot over the coming weeks. And same way as the Wither Farm's going to be get done. So, thank you very much for joining me, guys, and I'll see you next time.